Let me say this as honest as I can without seeming like a dick in hand. I'm not just one of those men. I actually am a man. And maybe that's why you can't misunderstand. I'm aware your father wasn't in your life, so to know a good man is something you don't get. And I don't have a father nor a mother, so I ain't trying to diss you, grandparents and grandma. I don't have family, so I'm just trying to figure out things that work for me like you are for you. So I'm just trying to ask you, when you use these words towards me, are you trying to manipulate or bed me? I'm just trying to figure out what you're trying to get from me, or are you trying to get in me, or are you trying to let me into you? I'm just trying to figure out, are we trying to grow together or just communicate while we're passing by pleasant humans, just trying to recognize through our eyes that there's something inside that light, that fire, that glow, the passion. We aren't dead when we cross. Other people seem to have died. Why? Didn't you hear the story? The person that came before we came, the story that is told through everybody. Wasn't he white? Wasn't he black? Wasn't he Mexican? Wasn't he what he was supposed to be, made in man's image, or we were made in his? Man as in humanity, not man as in me. Like, yeah, look at me, man, masculine. No. I mean man as in, it could be you, made in his image. So if you have to change, that means, well, he forgot too. That's why he gave you the ability and the mindset too. I'm not saying there's a blueprint to existence. What I'm saying is you were made in his image, regardless of what others may say, even if you weren't made to look like what the average does. Just because I have a penis doesn't mean I identify as a man. I identify as a monster. I'm just better at it than most people are. So what are you trying to talk to me about? What are you trying to talk to me for? I'm not trying to build any bridge because everything could be transactional. If I want pussy, well, I talk to you in hopes I can convince you to give it to me, when I could actually just be charged for it. And she said, 50, 70, 90, 120, 160, 180, 190. I could spend all that money on you and you didn't even agree for anything to me. Like, what the fuck? I spent the money on the fucking dates. I spent the money on the drinks. I see you 8 times a week and it's fucking draining my bank account. It's fucking exhausting me, but I could have just paid for the pee. Simple. Easy. Even though the community might make fun of me. Sorry, you can't afford the things that I do. I can't afford this fucking mental stress, so I just pay for the easy yes. It's simple, because I know she said yes. I didn't ever get put on the list of you can't trust this person in the room with her. I don't even see most of them unless I wanna. Oh, what them titties do, what that ass do, what that mouth do. Oh, what's the charge though? Because I can afford that. But what's the charge? Like, you ain't taking none of that monetary exchange. I ain't got the time for you. I ain't got the energy for you, but I could just pay for you. No? Okay. There's many other people that I can play with, and like you too. So what you trying to do with me when you're being so confusing? I might as well just leave. I absolutely get annoyed when you don't want to speak clear to me. Just be transparent. You ain't got to have kids. You ain't got to be a transparent, but just be transparent. I want to be able to see through everything that you say and being able to see it connect as you say. Like, see, this person's an asshole. Give it 9, 8, 7, 6. Everybody wants to kill them today. I said what I said because of the experience that I've had. I'm not trying to tell you lies to make sure that you do the exact same things that I did. No, I'm trying to warn you. I'm trying to educate you. I'm just trying to see if we're in the same reality, and maybe we're not. Maybe that's why we speak so confusingly, so differently. I am in the real world where you're in a world. I do enjoy visiting. I just hate the confusion that comes with some of you, so I refuse to interact with who? The confused. Delusional, not part of the confusion community, although I can be because people speak to me in confusing ways. But like, wait a second. Didn't you say in like 15 minutes, 32 minutes, a couple weeks this was supposed to be? I will admit, sometimes I do leave things hanging because, well, boom! I like the ghost shit. I forget. Reschedule. Everything's going to happen how it's supposed to be. So if I was supposed to tell you about the rescheduling, then I would have. If I wasn't supposed to, well, my bad. I'm bad about communicating. That's because, well, what good are you for me? And what good I am for you? We will promise things to each other, but when it comes time to delivery, I've delivered more things. I've recently learned how to make false promises. I hate the side of me that false promises things, knowing that's not me. But it's a part of me. I promised you because you wouldn't listen to me when I was trying to tell the truth, or maybe it's just because it seemed natural to say. But when it comes to The follow up, well, maybe I will show up. Maybe I won't. In some people's lives, I always come through. In other people's lives, they've never met me, and it's not like I'm comfortable with doing it. It's just when it's time to do it, I don't want to. But when I was talking about, it, I really wanted to, but it seems to be hard for me to keep that exact same energy. So why are you talking to me? What are we trying to get from this? I'm just trying to figure out, are you trying to fuck me? You trying to date me? You trying to rob me? You trying to just figure out what this brain do? Or are you just trying to be a partner with me? I'm just trying to figure out, as an orphan in reality and society, I've been used enough by so many people. I don't even want to be communicating in the simplest ways. Be honest, be blunt, be autistic, be ADHD, be bipolar, be borderline, be something that's not so neurotypical. I can see the manipulation coming from a mile away. Actually, I saw the manipulation coming from your house. I know you haven't spoke to me yet, but I could see. So simply. I just chose to agree because what's the point of arguing when some of you developed a matured body without getting a matured brain? To be traumatized so early in life is to make one thing age faster than the other. I would hope it's your brain over your body. But some people have matured bodies yet to lack that. Maturity intellectually always will confuse me. How the fuck did you? Oh, you just aged out of being a child. You don't have to actually grow up. Your body does that shit naturally. I grew up, and then my body got bigger. Yeah.